Hello. That was Deus Ex Invisible War, Lower Seattle, and Heron's Loft, one of my favorite ambient tracks. Even though a lot of people hate that game, and deservedly so, it really went against everything the first Deus Ex did. There's actually a very great interview with the developer of that game and Harvey Smith, who went on to make Dishonored and some other great games, and how just everything went wrong with it. And he's talking with basically the creator of the first Deus Ex. They're interviewing each other about that series and that game. So pretty fascinating how you can get away from what makes a game really good and listening to the wrong people, listening to your friends who think this is what the game should be, rather than just focusing on what did the game do that people loved. And then, but they do what they love. Okay. All right. So, time to start up this game North. This game was less than $5. I think it was free or like one of those pay what you can on like itch.io. And I'm really happy to see something like this. Apparently the game is an hour long, best enjoyed in one sitting. And it's sort of a surreal gaming experience story thing, which, I feel like a lot of modern games are ending up becoming like that. Like Red Dead is just a big, long kind of experience type game. But I don't really want to pay $90 and play that for 40 hours, however long that game is. But this, an hour, have a trippy time, and then kind of move on. Could be great. Look, they just gave away the ending. They totally gave away the ending with this thumbnail. Once you've played the ending, then it's been given away. So they don't give it away before you've played it. All right, so let's start up North. What's that called? Game Time U? Fame Time Few? Yame Time. There's no main menu. No option to save your game. The game experience is short, about an hour, designed to be played continuously. The envelope means main character can write a new letter to the sister, go to the mailbox, and send a letter. This is very important. All right, great. So I believe, there we go. Give me some of that cyberpunk. Give me some of that cyberpunk, baby. Let's let it wash over you. Yeah, that's what I like. Our tea today is an espresso dirty chai mixed with a yerba mate chai. Billowing oranges and reds and fuchsias. I love when you use that sort of blown out technique out in the top there with all the yellow. It's cool. I think I'm gonna start maybe looking for some more weirdo games like this. There was one that I played that was you're in a house. It was sort of a horror movie house where you played tapes and audio logs, and the game would repeat. Like you'd beat it and then you'd do it again, and things would be all crazy. It was fantastic. What was it called? It's on our channel anyway. It's called like $3 horror game. Yesterday I arrived in the city. I know I promised to write sooner. I wanted to. I tried. But the desert is unforgiving and restless, not relentless. Restless. And I didn't have a moment to breathe. You can't even begin to imagine what it's like. The burning heat, landscapes of fire. I applied for asylum today. The people here speak strangely, so I don't really understand what I have to do. I'm sure I will figure it out quickly. There we go. So it's, you kind of press X on that bottom thing, and then I guess it's loading now. Okay, now it's, I don't know what it's doing. Is that supposed to go down again? Press X. I think it's press X again. Okay. giving a friend some a tutorial on iPhone, Instagram stuff, recording videos. In the meantime, I try to write everything down so I don't forget how things work around here. Don't be mad at me. I will write more often from now on. If everything goes according to plan, I'll be able to send you money soon. Maybe you can join me. The South's not a good place for people like us anymore. Hope you're well. Kiss Eric for me. Love, your brother. So I pressed X once. It went from light to dark. And I pressed it again. Now it's loading. Okay. Red dot. So now this has no menu. I'm an inverted guy, but I don't get to be inverted here. This is like that sort of late 90s CGI look. This looks like sort of the opening CGI move to Final Fantasy VII. Towering buildings, bright lights, high, like high contrast, stuff like that. Enter elevator. Sure, it's the closest thing to me. Oh, we got some big bulbous people. Big fat goobers. And you don't understand anything anyone's saying, right? So you're in their culture. So I guess that's the whole point of this, is culture shock. I think I can only go level 1. I want to go up higher. Now they're not in here anymore. How fun would this be to make music for? Okay. So that's all that elevator can do right now. That's where we just came out of, I guess. But you know how it is in games. You start it up, you want to immediately look behind you. See what else is there. See what else you can do. I like to sort of explore the ground level first. That's a far place. Here we go. Here's something. Go home. Okay. So like very sort of alien looking, eh? And distorted, dysmorphic. Strong bodies. But naked. So sort of surviving with only what they have in their body. And covering their face in what, like anguish or not wanting to see the situation around them. Sort of particles flying in the air. They could be anything really. Like bugs or, dirty power. Dangerous power. Look at that. Can you just kill yourself walking right out here? No. God, it's so hard for me to get used to the invertedness. This person is not covering the face. Creepy bathtubs. No, it looks more like a doctor's place. And then sort of like a fairy tale thing with wolves. Big wolf, little wolf. Even that looks sort of intimidating, eh? Much larger wolf talking to a young one who's trying to convince it of something, maybe. But that radio. What do they look like on their face? Just almost like a formless rock sculpture. In a way. Prince Laughslot, how you doing? We just started this one, Princey boy. Just started up north. Yeah. Looking at the sinewy, muscly fibers. But it's almost like something is being removed. Oh, thanks, buddy. There you go. I remove that quickly to make thumbnails. Maybe they're from somewhere where people are in hospitals a lot, like a war-torn refugee place. This feels like something you'd play at a museum. So something kind of rhythmic, but still not understandable. Toilet out in the open, it's dirty. Alright, so it's not nice to live here. Gotcha. But lots of bottles. You clean up after yourself. We all live here. Oh, you get 2 mattresses? So I got to remember where you put... this game is about sort of the refugee experience. You're coming here and you're seeking asylum, and you're in a place where you don't really understand. You play the game in just an hour, but I need to post some letters. All right. Again, access the upper levels of the city until I prove I'm able to work. People here seem to think that I came to steal from them. They took all my money when I arrived, and now I'm the thief. I don't know, sis. I hear strange rumors about people being tortured and experimented on, about people dying for no reason. I wish Eric would be here. My flat is a mess. It's dirty and humid, and I barely sleep at night. One of my roommates is going completely nuts, constantly mumbling things about the eye, controlling his thoughts or whatever. My other roommate just spends his days staring at weird pictures he found in the desert. He says they're memories of all those who died on the way. I don't know, he thinks we're all trapped. They need us here, he said, but they have no use for free men. On the radio, they tell stories of the South sometimes, but the protests, the hunger, the diseases, even for someone that had to flee from the place, it seems so much worse than it really is, like we are animals, like we all come from hell. I miss it sometimes. My hell, you, Eric, I miss my freedom too. Everything here is monitored. My thoughts do not feel like my own anymore, as if there was a voice in my head narrating what I'm saying. I haven't heard from you since I left. I miss you. She did. Yeah, this is exactly. Yeah, this is the one we started. I just thought I'd just bang it off. It's only an hour. Alright, so we have to prove we can work before we can go up to the higher level. So this is probably some of that higher level they're talking about. Yesterday we went to like the mine into the church. Can you go to the church? The eye controls you. The eye. It watches you. To convert? We have not been seen. Alright. Post the letter. I can't access... prove me able to work. Yep. Gotcha. I thought it posted another letter thing on the screen. Alright. Let's go try to find work. I remember that was the mine down here. This is actually where we died. A gray and monochromatic dark, but always light behind these doors to show you that there's something beyond that's hidden. Look how ridiculously tall and foreboding it is. This is how it would be, I guess, if you were. I mean, I've been in countries where I don't speak any bit of the language. It's tough. Nothing to offer the beast. I can talk about that in my little letter. Alright, let's go and try and work all these graves. Drink from the machine. The old rusty machine. That's where you want to get something to drink from. I like that sort of grainy distortion they have on it. Whoa. Circle to concentrate. Oh my god. So it's like a maze or something. Follow the arrows. What's this? Activate the jackhammer. Yeah. Make the jackhammer happen. Now what? More jackhammers? Activate the jackhammer. Yeah. I'm working. More arrows. That one's already activated. Yeah. Weird. I wonder if they change the music when you go to the edge of the screen. No, that was just the end of the loop. They cut out a few things. I died. Now what? Get back here. You can hear sort of the head pounding or the heart beating. The objective is to, I guess so far, like prove you can work so you can access the higher levels. So I don't know if that counts. I don't know if you can feed this thing. So does that count as being able to work? No. I don't know. Yeah, so far that's all I've known as an objective. He says in the letter, I have to prove I can work to access the upper levels. So, and then every time you get an envelope symbol on the screen, you can send a message which gives you more information. And there's been the apartment, the church, and the workplace. I work at a factory that seems to provide energy for the lower parts of the city. It's a lot of place that smells like sulfur and rot. There's a creature in a tank filled with some kind of acid. The poor thing is obviously in horrible pain, but I'm neither allowed to touch it nor speak to it. They call it the mother, I don't know why. My roommate says we'll end up in one of those graves planted along the factory. I hope he's wrong. In order to run faster than the mines, I have to drink some kind of bitter liquid they call speeder. And every time I concentrate, I'm able to run. I mean run, like really, really fast. It hurts my head, it burns every muscle as if I'm going to explode. My flatmate is right. These people don't care about us. We are just tools to them, a soulless workforce. The mines are burning hot. It's impossible to stay in there for more than a few seconds, and I constantly have to go back to the healing bay, which is at the entrance of the mines. My job is absurd. Basically, I have to activate 3 big jackhammers and to collect the extracted stones behind the machines. I have no idea what these stones are. I think they're some type of food for the creature in the tank, although they actually look like eggs. Alright, so activate the mother, 3 jackhammers. You can only stay in there for a little bit. You know what's neat about this? Is a lot of these games, you know, when you hear, oh, okay, it's going to be a 1-hour sort of experience, you just think, alright, you'll just walk around, you talk to people, and the game will be over. But this, it still actually has a bit of game to it, right? Where you've had these clues, very simple clues, and there's a mystery, and there's still a bit of a game. You have to run really fast, you have to activate the things. That's the mother. They're probably harvesting her resources for energy. Yeah, it's a very, very depressing story. Depressing perspective. Good tea, though. Did I not get a drink of speeder? I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. Bunny, 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 bunny. How are you, bunny? Bunny, sorry to hear about your internet problems the other day. Sucks. Activate the jackhammer. Yeah, this mug is what they would use on ships because it's very, very flat on the bottom. Oh, I'm gonna die because I didn't take speeder. I didn't take the speed drug. Oh, you died. I need to get speeder. I need to take my drugs. Yeah, so it's a very, very flat mug. It's designed that you could have it on a boat and it wouldn't tip over. Wasn't feeling focused. Yeah, I hear that. I hear it. Where's my speed? What if I still have the stone? No, once you're dead, you're dead. I would assume. I can't feed him that's having done the stone yet. Everybody needs to sleep at the apartment to sort of reset this, maybe? Drink. Speeder. Hard to say. Activate the 3 jackhammers, take the stones, come back to the healing bay. Feed the monster. Feed the mother. Not a monster, mother. Where's my... Oh, it's not letting me fly. Oh, you'll never make it in time. You'll never make it in time. Jackhammer. Oh, too slow. Too slow. But I don't have my speed juice. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna die here. Did. You did. Okay. So we need to find a way to get to that speed juice again. So I don't know how to do that. Maybe we need to go in and then out. Maybe go back in and I have the speed juice again. It should say press circle to concentrate. I aspire to be such an idiot. I know, what a wonderful quote. Alright. Okay, so yeah, well that's basically what this is. I mean, when they're calling it speeder, it's probably, and they say that it makes you run really, really fast, but it also hurts your head. So it's some kind of drug. It's like when the Nazis would give they used to give their pilots meth. Crystal, like speed, I think they invented it for fighting, you know, to keep the pilots awake. Alright. Maybe I have to go back to the apartment and sort of load that up again so I can access it. Or I could just start it over. I could basically start from the beginning and be here in a couple seconds. It'd actually be faster than walking all the way back to the apartment. Because he says he doesn't sleep. We got the apartment, we got the church. That's it so far. That's the elevator. For what, I don't know. It just takes us back down here. Right, yeah, because you have to prove you can work. I don't know if you can sleep. I don't think so. This isn't Skyrim. Oh, no. You know how I was trying to find like the best version of Super Mario Brothers 3. Actually, the version on the Switch is pretty good. No latency or anything. Actually, a pretty good emulation. So I think I'll just play it on that. Alright, so maybe this has reloaded it for me. In a sense. Because it seems like that's all the clues I've had. Go to work, use the drug, activate the machine, feed the thing in the tub that they call Mother. He thinks it's some kind of food, but he says it also looks like an egg. So you're feeding an egg to the mother. It's being held there maybe against its will, and you're not allowed to touch it or talk to it. And it's in pain. It's in acid. I like it. This is brick, but just very, very dark. I was wondering if they're just going to make that completely black. I need my drink. Where's the drink in the mines? No, it's over there. Okay, let's try it out. No, I can't get the drink again. Weird. I would assume this is what I have to do. Maybe I just run in, turn on the machine, and run out. I could try that. Go, 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 go. 3 hearts. 1 down. So this kind of needs to be where my halfway point is. Yeah, this is. I could maybe turn it on and get out. Maybe. If I go the right way. I really doubt it. Hold circle. Going to die. It's too hot in here. It smells like sulfur and rot. And we're dead. I think I'm just going to restart it. Now that I know what to do. I don't know what's up with it. Maybe it's glitched in a way. Who cares? I think it'll be faster to just load it back in than walk all around and try to find out what exactly is going on. So that's cool music again. I don't know if you guys saw the... Yeah, Prince, you were there for the end of that observation, eh? Neo 2's closed alpha. Character creation. Yeah, I always figured... I mean, if your whole story in Neo is this Irish samurai tracking down a demon in Japan, does it really matter to have a specific character? Could somebody making a character be any more ridiculous than the Irish guy they had? I always forgot. Every time a cutscene would happen in Neo, I'd think, oh, right, this guy is Irish. I won't be doing that. You better think twice. I'm going to cut you with a sword. I'm real samurai-like. It just seems so silly. So just give people the character creator. Let them make whatever they want. Like, really whatever they want. Right, applied for asylum. Don't get mad at me. Here we go. Custom character. Nice. That's cool. Just give people what they want. It didn't affect how serious Dark Souls was. You know? Are you the mines? Yes. So, really? Wow. For character creation, there were a few wrestling games. Why everybody... I don't hate him. I just think it's hilarious. He's I think it's silly. And also because you only hear him talk so like few and far in between, so when he does talk, I just think it seems like it's very jarring to me. I think the whole thing with Neo, to me, that's a bit jarring is that it's I wish it just... I like a lot of the combat system, and the key stuff is cool, and switching the stances. But I wish it was a little less like Dark Souls in the way that they want it to be super punishing, and a lot of, like... There's actually probably far more repetition in that than I'd say in a Souls game. It feels like, anyway, because it takes so long to kill enemies, they can kill you. They can kill you so fast. And just the whole, like, oh, okay, now you have to go way back, and you have to go to the shrine or whatever, like... That stuff that they took from Dark Souls, I don't think they needed to. They already had a really cool combat system, and if it was maybe a bit more Devil May Cry-ish, like a bit more fast-paced, a bit more action-oriented, I think they should have just worked with their strengths rather than trying to copy Dark Souls. Because they came up with stuff that was completely original, too. Alright, into the mines. Alright, I'm going. This is what you gotta do, Gotta press the jackhammer. Press the jackhammer. Oh, crap. Get the thing. Get the egg. Get the rock. What? Why can't I grab it? Oh, I gotta get out of here. Go. Yeah. Okay. Alright. That's about my juice. Yeah. Weird. I wonder if I can just go right out. Is that jackhammer? It's not. It's moving. Pick up the rock. Why won't it let me get the stone? It's weird. Now I'm lost. Oh, crap. Oh, boy. We're in trouble. Go the opposite way of that. Wow. Where's the medical bay? Oh, I think you totally went the wrong way. Go. Medical bay. Oh, so if you stand here, you get your health back. I see. This is blue. Blue's the safe one. Right. Yeah. You were right, Prince. So I can just go like this. Grab what I need. Why is it like... It's not letting me grab it this time. Take a right and then over. I just need to activate all the jackhammers. Because he kills you so quick once you're down to one. I love that it's actually a game, you know? Can I get the rock? I got it before. There it is. I should be further down, I guess. Aiming down. Aiming further down on it. Get the stone. Get the Emma. Got the stone. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch time. Oh crap, oh crap. The med bay. Okay. Oh, there's one over here. Oh, baby. Oh, mama. I'm a good worker. Yay. Okay. I just got chills. That could just be a temperature thing. You're still stuck at the end of Neo? Gonna have to try and respec, see if you can get by. Can you respec in the game without losing any progress, or you're not gonna do like a total start over? Alright, feed something to the monster, I guess. The mother. Why do I keep calling it a monster? Why would I call something like this a monster? Look at it. Are you happy? Buy an item. Boom. Respec. What do you need to like min-max? Do some more damage. Just like find your... Have you stuck with one weapon, or do you still switch between some? I'm a good worker. I can go to the higher levels. The mines are hot. Look like eggs. Still switching it up. A living weapon. Oh, like to use more of the living weapon stuff. That's the living weapon is like that hyper mode. Elevator. Maybe I can get up to the higher levels now. Hey. I like your clavicle. Level 2. Yeah. Pretty neat, eh? See the doctor. Oh, great. Many peering eyes, dark. They look different than the rest. Oh, I can move. Take the pill. Or exit. Yeah. Oh, I can move. Yeah, probably. It's like I'm going through something sideways or coming down, descending into a city. Where are we going to wake up? Please not Bill Cosby's house. Oh, it's the same. Unless this is a game too. Like, can we find an exit or something? This is what it was like playing the Virtual Boy. Yeah, James Charles. I love those colors. This is what it looks like in the inside of a popcorn maker. How far can I turn around? Completely. Well, now you've done it. There's an interesting game called it was like Small Radios and Televisions or something. Something radio, something television. And you'd visit these different areas, trying to do puzzles, and then inserting memories into a machine, and they would be these psychedelic things you would explore and find things and put them in other things. I took the pill. Well, that was that. Maybe write a letter. Ink was saying he has seizure. He says he was feeling like he was having a seizure and getting really dizzy playing observation with all the glitchy stuff. Told the doctors why I had to leave the South, the insults, the beatings, the threats. I told them everything. I'm not sure, but I think they're supposed to determine if my story is real. They gave me pills that make me fall asleep. I don't know what happens then. I think they watch my dreams. Love your brother. Aw, oh, come on. Alright, so they watch my dreams. Can I go back down now? What do we do now? Go back to work? Go to the church? The church on a pedestal. All hail Loretta. I was converted, but I was not seen. Next to my partner, there's a church. They call it the Church of the Watching Eye. People just stand there like zombies, like they already did. I'm not sure how to join the church, but I think it has something to do with the surveillance cameras. I think I have to be seen by all the cameras in order to prove it. Okay, I see. So you can't convert until you've been seen by all the cameras. So all the cameras are probably on the second floor, the third floor, that kind of thing. But I don't think I can get up to there. Like, I don't think you choose. I did press up for level 3. But I'm on level 2, I think, eh? This is the doctors again. I definitely don't want to see them. And I don't think I can press... Maybe I can press left for level 2. It does click and... Oh, yeah, here's level 2. So what's level 2? Just slightly better houses? This is the middle class or what? Alright. God, I took a class on how to make, like, text adventure games. And then we had to give a criticism on a game at the end. And boy, did I criticize it. And then I found out after the guy teaching the class had made that game. Like, oh, great. And I didn't care. But there was this other guy who was trying to suck up to the teacher. And he was totally trying to backtrack. The city's so empty. You can see buildings and hear cars, and obviously millions of people live here, but you almost never see anyone on the streets. I never saw a child, not a single one. Can you imagine that? It's like everyone is either old or dead. Love your brother. With another great report. The city. You must be seen by the cameras. What are you? Are you the elevator? Police station. Police on my back. What have I done? Hello? 0x. Math symbol. The fat cats. Pass the test. I like tests. Those circles down there remind me of this new synthesizer they're making that has a bunch of actual motors in it that speed up and slow down. Okay. Recognize. Don't recognize. I recognize it. So is it... I mean, these humans don't look anything like anything we've seen. So is this saying, like, I recognize this? I don't know if it's a Russian-made game. It kind of has that feel. So maybe these are the things that you and I would recognize. But in this game, they don't. Because they all look like Jabba the Hutt alien creatures. So anything... See, maybe you have to say, like, I don't recognize any of this. And then you pass the test and you become a citizen. You're guilty. Now what? Try again. I love that sound. Boom. The tail end of it. Guilty of what exactly? You don't know because you're a refugee. You do have to live as a refugee. That's kind of what I thought would happen. I don't recognize any of this stuff. No, I don't. Maybe that one. Nope. No. Of abandoning KCD. Sure. They made this on their lunch break. Because in Czech Republic, there is no break. Only game. You're guilty! Okay. Maybe we'll just, be seen by the camera and then go. I don't want to be guilty again. Maybe there's some that I should put recognize that aren't. Yeah, there you go. Prince doesn't feel any guilt. Let's try this post letter. In the corridor from the police station, there's this poor old guy who comes every day. I don't know what he does there. He seems sad. Today he told me that all the people on the screens are terrorists, except the kids. He says I should recognize only the kids. I asked him who the kids are, but he just said, when the world was young and we were all dying of thirst, what did I do? I hid like we all hid, when darkness is at our doorstep. The officer at the station is an enormously fat woman who speaks with a weird accent. She doesn't like me. She says people like us can't be trusted. The natives seem to think that everyone from the south is a terrorist, but I saw what they do in the desert. Who are they to judge? Watch the videos of people, they'll look unreal, slightly faded away like a dream from the past. Say which person I recognize. I've never seen any of them. Are they dead? He said recognize the kitties. Let's try it. Did I tell you I get to play Canada Day here? They have a big like all day music festival on this big stage. And that trio that I did the big show with on Sunday night, that's what we're gonna be playing. So we're gonna do all Canadian songs. Exciting, I know. All right, pass the test. Recognize the kids. You are not kids. I hate you, terrorists. Kid, that's a good kid. Deadly Premonition. You better recognize. Here, I don't know what that is. It's just like a tunnel. You look like an adult. Ooh. Why do they say they look like something horrible's been done to them? Terrorist. Well, this is kids. No, it isn't. Is it expensive? Killer 7 and Deadly Premonition. One last one. I haven't failed the test. That's a dog. Terrorist dog. Terrorist dog. Good job. That clap lingered on for a long time. I like it. I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. Small radios, large televisions, I think it's what it's called. Only problem with it is it's a lot of hunting around from room to room to room. They don't do a good job of telling you, where you've been already to save time. Immigration. That was it. That was that. I can't join the church yet. Maybe I can. Can't walk down there. The big black marble floor reflecting the cold lights above. It's like a deep pool that you walk on, like a frozen, watery hell. Huh? Why are there stairs in the reflection? Francis York Morgan. Just call him York. That's what everyone calls him. He's a bay, eh? Well, it's good prints about Killer 7. Alright, let's try this letter. Nothing. Alright. Maybe we can go to the church now that we've been to every level. I think. Okay. And then we go down and out in here. I'm becoming one of them. I'm gonna guess not princess type. Haven't even seen Deadly Premonition. But I'm gonna guess not. Not your type. Wrong. I guess we could go to here now. That might be the end of it. We need to hunt down more. I haven't actually seen any of these cameras. I would assume it just means check every part of the game, right? You have not been seen. Oh, that's a camera. Oh, okay. There's a very easy camera there. So I actually haven't been seen by any of them at this point. 1, 2. Are there any in the apartment? Are there any at work? That's the 2 here. I don't think there'd be any in the apartment, but who knows? Like a baby monitor. Yeah, none here. Strangely enough. There's a person rambling. Okay. And, maybe that's all you need to do. There's more. Okay. Maybe down in Worktown. Upper levels. Police area. Shouldn't take too long. Most of the way to having the PS3 set back up for recording. I found when I started using this newer Elgato thing, so it has the instant game view, so I can monitor from the computer rather than monitoring from the TV. I still have to keep my older Elgato to run the PS3 into that Elgato, and then run the Elgato into my new Elgato, which I think still gives me an instant game view. But yeah, because the PS3 has specific. You can't just take an HDMI out from it. Although I could maybe go HDMI from the PS3 to the old Elgato to the new Elgato. That might like funnel it in a way. Because I had to use this special thing that was like an AV out to a special Elgato thing. Yeah, I would always get those guys confused anyway. Battle system, art style, music are very unique. Oh, the HDMI splitter? Right. Yeah, that's a good way to get around it. Maybe I'll just get one of those. I'm always happy to think, okay, I've played everything on the PS3. I can get rid of it, consolidate the console collection down. But then something comes up, and now I can't even play any of the disc games, so at least I can get rid of all the discs. Which kind of sucks. Okay, where are these bloody cameras? Because I think what's left for me to play on there is Yakuza. Elevator. Nice. Swery makes the horror, Suda makes the action. Okay, yeah, that'd be easy to grab. Where are the bloody cameras? Right. I mean, this is the city part, right? There's one. There's two. Good. Oh, actually, that one's the police station? No, that's immigration. Not all of them bypass the HCCP. Okay. I mean, I have it somewhat working, but I find it... because we used it for something. Devil May Cry, I think. Yeah, and that worked. You have to convert. Fine, okay, well, we're almost there. Unless there's a camera by the police station. All those greens and purples up there on the top, where the lights filter into each other. Or whatever's happening. View HD. Or an REI. Okay, good to know. Thank you. I'd like an HDMI switcher would be nice. Then I could just have the... Would that work too? A switcher? Because then I could have the Wii U, the Switch, the PS4, the PS3 all hooked in and then press a button and go. That would be nice. Is there one up at the doctor's office? Maybe. No, it'll be the last one. Yeah, probably not, eh? Because it's sending that same HDMI signal rather than splitting it. Oh, yeah, there's one more. There you go. Okay, let's get out of here. That sounded like the happy music. We've done it. It's funny that there are a lot of these. So more does that green purplish when you go over there, almost like you're not wearing your 3D glasses. Stella's dad brought me this piece of artwork he has, and it's 3D enabled if you have the glasses. All the red and green images. But who has the glasses? Killer 7 isn't a hack and slash, it's a shooter. Welcome. Now we can join immigration. Maybe we should post a letter first. There's somebody outside my door coughing. I have to convert to the Church of the Watching Eye before being allowed to enter the immigration office. It's a matter of trust, I'm not sure. I think they have no idea what trust is. All they know is fear. Yeah, where is the best place for Killer 7? PC? Elevator. Was it an exclusive of some kind? GameCube? Wish I had some of that speed juice. That'd be handy. Immigration. Okay, I think we're coming to the end of it. We've done the church. We've done the work. We've done the police station. Now we can immigrate. Beautiful water. Trees. Well, one tree. Two doors. Door number 2. Or door number 1. Yeah, tell me about it. Actually, I used to put it all the extra wires, I would just put it in a huge box below me and cover it. Okay. When I went to do my cruise ship health safety check, your medical, it was like this. You went to this big ugly building. You just went from room to room to room. They'd give you a test. They go, okay, take your shirt off. Go into that room. You wait. Someone comes in. Okay, put your shirt back on. Go to another room. Take your pants off. Okay, take this. All right, good. Everybody looks so miserable. What? You can play Killer 7 on the GameCube, so you can play it on a Wii, PS2, and Steam. Either the GameCube or the Steam version of the remaster. GameCube version works better than the PS2. Okay. So Steam beta. What document am I missing? I've gotten so many of those documents with the red goo on it. Okay, we did the work. We did the doctor. We did the conversion. Sorry, door number 3. Use a mouse to shoot. Cool. Can you go up higher? Oh, nice. For what, though? But to what end? There we go. There's something. Door number 3. Envelope, baby. Yeah, that's where I'm at too, Bunny. It's maybe not 20. And that's not counting ones that haven't come out. But door number 4. Ah, you fool. Is that another door? Is that a door 5? No, it's door 1. Oh, the lights are off. Yeah. Outer Worlds is my next big one I'd love to play. And that Detective Cthulhu one. Maybe Cyberpunk. If they can prove... If they can show that it's a big improvement. I need to see a review from somebody who didn't like The Witcher that likes that. And... Oh yeah, Judgment too, yeah. Yakuza games I'm hit or miss on. They sometimes have great writing, they sometimes have fun combat, and then other times they just have really lacking combat. Oh, good God, I just fell again. Fiddler Premonition could be interesting. Zelda games. I think I'm just about out of this Mario phase. Yeah, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the similar taste. I mean, because there's people that can like even something as simple as The Witcher. Some people think that's the greatest game ever. Other people, like me, are just gonna think, what's the point? Other than the story. Here we go. The church organ rings throughout. You made it. What? Good workers like you. Right, yeah. That's the thing with copyright strikes is sometimes people put up one video and you get 3 copyright strikes from that, or like a live stream. And now you're done. Now your channel's done. Hello, eyeball. Did I not touch all those things down there enough? Maybe not. Nice, no fall damage. Which is funny because Japan has always been known as a place where they had very lax copyright laws, where they would just copy things completely, and they're great at ripping things off. Like there'd be wrestling games that would be out and they didn't have the rights to put in, say, like Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, all that stuff. So they would just create their own that would be exactly like them in the game and give them a funny name, but then they'd also give you the ability to change everyone's name. You just had to go through and change it. And that's how they got around all that stuff, which you couldn't do in North America. So it's funny for Japan to be strict on that now. Oh, but what did that say? Oh, by the way, what? We had to seize your letters. All the letters have been seized. It was a matter of security. We needed to know what you were doing. They were very sweet. I missed it. That could have been interesting. Am I like knocking all these lights off? Is that all of them? We let her know you're alright. No, it still says lit up. Are the rest of them lit up? Do you have to go to each new one to get a piece of the story, or does it just not really matter? I'm sure you'll be reunited soon. You're a free man now. Press X button to feel the irony. Alright. Don't fall. Bye-bye, Prince, for now. I arrived in the city a month ago. I know I promised to write sooner. I wanted to. I tried, but I had so much to do here, so much to learn. It's a very nice place, but it's hard to get used to it at first. Anyways, I finally got asylum. I also have a job and a little flat. Things are starting to look up. What about you and Eric? You should join me. They need people here. You would find work easily, and everything is so much better than in the south. I know what they say, but the city and crossing the desert, it's true, the desert is hard, but then everything gets better. Believe me, everything is fine once you've left those terrible landscapes of fire behind. There you go. What do you think? Worth less than $5? I think so. It's just like a little art piece with some gameplay mechanics to it. Running around in the workplace was pretty fun. It's actually a really nicely designed game. So I guess it just comes down to that feeling of being in a new place and trying to find help and not knowing what's going on and people not trusting you. It was a little on the nose with that stuff. Like, oh, they take my things and now I'm the thief. As opposed to just telling you those things, you could use a game's medium to display it, right? So if you wanted to put the message across that you come to this new place, but they don't trust you and they take away your things. What if you started off the game and you had a lot of something, right? Like a lot of an item, and you were using it and it made your character move faster or something. And then all of a sudden the police come up to you and then they take all that away. And they say it's for you to be safer. Now, if you had other people around you that now all of a sudden can move faster than you, and then maybe they can even like bump you out of the way. See, that's a way you could actually use the gameplay to show what you're trying to, that unfairness, because it is a game, right? I always think that if there's a way you can do it without it just being written, you get the point across a lot more effectively. Otherwise, just have it be a book or a TV show or a movie. So that's what I would have done. Bit more. It's like Papers, Please. Papers, Please is a fun little meditative game, but the whole point of it is that you're always against time. They offer you shortcuts. They make it tough to do. They make your job tough to do, to understand that it's unfair. You're actually using the medium itself, using the activity of playing it to make that happen, right? Daily Premonition is 20. Pretty cheap. I don't know. Pretty cheap for a game that's supposed to be bad. I don't know about that. All right, I'm going to be back with... there's this other one. Song of the Deep. I wanted to eventually check out. This was super cheap, too. I think it was like less than $10. I think it was a budget game made by GameStop, EB Games. I think it's sort of like a Metroid-y Insomniac. Like their indie division. Sort of a Metroid-y thing about like a father and daughter relationship, apparently. $10 on Steam. Press the options button. Oh, look at these cutesy drawings. Trench torpedo. Shoot, dodge, searchlights. I didn't expect it to be so drawn looking.
Merrin loved the sea. She loved the sound of the waves calling to her through her window. She dreamt every night of the mysteries that lay beneath. Her father was a fisherman. Each day he went out to sea, and each night Merrin waited at the rocky cliff edge, holding up a candle to guide him safely home. The two of them were poor. Their roof was leaky, and they sometimes went hungry. But as long as they had each other, Merrin knew they would be okay. At night, her father sang her songs about his great adventures. He sang of giant leviathan serpents, haunted caves, and a lost city of gold beneath the sea. Merrin knew the stories weren't real, but she loved to listen to them. She drifted off to sleep, imagining the wonders of the world below.
Imagining monsters?
And her life continued that way, simply and happily. Until one night, her father didn't return. Merrin held up her candle at the cliff's edge all through the night, staring out at the empty sea. She shivered in the cold wind as she watched for him all the next day. Her eyes welled with tears as night fell again and there was still no sign of her father. At last, she collapsed into sleep. In her dreams, she saw him, trapped deep beneath the sea, calling to her for help. She awoke with a jolt. A desperate and dangerous plan was already forming in her head. She took scraps of metal and wood her father had caught in his nets and pieced them together. She hammered and bolted, she measured and sawed. And before the sun had set, she had built a tiny, rickety submarine. With trembling hands, she squeezed inside and dove down beneath the waves to search for her father.
Cave eels love guests that aren't too bright. Interesting. I remember there's this kid in my elementary school, and we were sharing as part of a project what you wanted to be when you grew up. And his was he wanted to be a submersible pilot. And everyone's like, "Do you mean submarines?" He's like, "No, submersibles. There's all kinds of submersibles." And then he ended up being just kind of a douche. in his later years. I always wanted to ask him, whatever happened to the submersibles? So that's the whole thing. It's a nice rickety one. Giant clams want to kill you. Eels want to kill you. Glow kelp forest. We'll just see how this one feels, and then oh, what? I didn't realize it was going to be so storybook looking. It's an interesting visual style, eh? Yeah, it's a Metroidvania. It's got a beautiful style,
The
eh?
waves shimmered with mystery. Glow kelp bulbs lit up around her as she passed by.
What are you?
Erin spotted some odd-looking old coins. Maybe her father would know where they were from.
Yeah, if he's still alive. Get to go. Oh, down we go. This thing's pretty durable. I like the little flag she's got on it.
An eerie light flickered and danced on the sea floor, like an underwater fire.
Yeah.
Her father once told her about a mysterious, living energy called Tyne. Could that have been a Tyne wellspring?
Alright. Yeah, this is very Metroidvania-ish, eh? Grab the things, come back, find a way to get around it.
A seahorse made of clockwork gears darted out of the way as Merrin approached. She wondered who could have built such a curious creature.
You end up with like different torpedoes. Different ways to blast through. Magnetic claw.
Merrin approached a glowing scrap of metal and pulled it inside. It was claw-shaped and had a strong magnetic pull. She took out her tools and attached it to a firing mechanism on her steering column.
Nice. Interesting little game.
Merrin spotted shock nettles ahead of her. She had to be cautious, as the hostile creatures would attack her on sight.
Neat. The movement feels pretty good, actually. Blee, blee, blee. Grabbing these things and chucking them. This was a really cheap one, too. Just thinking of how much money I spent on observation. When I could have just been playing that Russian game in this one. What are you? Bomb? Okay. This is actually pretty good. Looking kind of getting into this. Tiny little bombs. I see. Grab a bomb. Use it there. This thing just creates bombs. Oh yeah, observation was. It's really too bad. I really wanted to like that.
A sleeping guardian blocked Merrin's path. She knew it all too well from her father's stories, and she knew it must never be woken.
Boss battle. Never be woken. Now it's awake and we're throwing bombs at it.
According to her father, the Guardians had been built by ancient undersea explorers called the Fomori. Merrin always thought the Fomori were a myth. Now she wondered if her father's other stories might be true.
The Undying Caves. It looks like something's gonna grab me. Right above there.
The old statue reminded
flowers.
her of her father's lullabies about the brave and beautiful Merrows.
Put it on top. Oh, look, it's upside. It's a head. It's a head. That's how you get a head. Alright, I'm totally into this. Need a boom. Can I take your head? Oh no. The cloud's nice. It's a nice way of like almost jousting, where you're running at them, they're about to hit you. You both have sort of like a limited range. You just have a small window to survive it. Sort of like Hollow Knight in that sense. Where'd my cool help, my mask go? There it is. Almost hidden. That's the thing with these foreground objects. They can hide this stuff. What is that? That, where'd you go?
As Merrin explored, she sketched the terrain on a sheet of cartography paper.
Oh boy.
Her father had taught her that those who make maps are never lost. A huge hermit crab watched Merrin from a rocky ledge. On his
Cool.
back,
Alright, well, that's going to be it
carried a
for this session. I'm going to come back and I want to blast through some Mario 3. Do the Mario ranking. I think we're basically done with Marios. Unless I want to do like Mario Galaxy 1. I got to get Final Fantasy 6 done. Breath of the Wild. Yakuza 3's got to start happening. Either Killer 7 or Deadly Premonition. And Twilight Princess. So I'm just going to shut this down. I'm going to go grab some more tea, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye for now.